Well, good morning, our beloveds. How are you all feeling as you are almost on the cusp of August? Everything feels so different. Every numerological assignment and alignment matters. For those of you who are more in tune with spirit or connecting to the energies or aligned with the stars, you are feeling these shifts and notices more, because everything is here to guide you, to teach you where you are in alignment and where you are not. And for those of you who are still kind of stuck in the mud, where you cannot feel the energetic shifts, that is okay. They are still there to guide you, just not as strongly, because if you don't know that you have cancer, you don't know to go to the doctor and have it addressed. But when you do know that energetically something is not in balance in your body, you find the repercussions, if you will, the percussions that are repeating, the beating of the drum, the patterns, the whatever it is that feels off, and you seek out the solution without even worrying too much about what the underlying problem is. Whether you have lead poisoning or whether you have cancer, doesn't matter if spirit guides you to consume the right foods, to meditate a particular way, and to address the unseen aspects within your life. Does that make sense? Your science-based community seeks too much for the material observations, but not the underlying causes, and rarely understands what the actual solution is. But that, our beloveds, is the age of Aquarius. That is where you are all being pulled or called towards or forwards into, unless you're dead. Unless you have transferred to a different realm of energies. But for those of you who choose not to find the patterns, it is okay. And you will still find what you are meant to find. There are buts, there are ands, there are ors, there are ifs, there are boths, there are nots. There are so many different ways of starting a thought. And is more inviting than but. Or is maybe an alternative that you're not willing to listen to. Have you considered is a different way of saying or. There are so many different ways that we are trying so desperately in certain ways to convey our information to you all. And many of you are closed. But for your limited belief systems, you too would be able to move forward into this new energetic imprint. But, right? But, and, both. All is well at all times. Whether it is a but or an and, all is well at all times, because each of you are co-creating exactly the lessons that you need in order to transpire what your soul came here to do. And when you truly just surrender into the peace that you don't have to do anything or try anything other than just being, what you desire to be in that moment is best suited for you, because it releases that part of you that wishes to be seen, even if it consists of unkind words, unkind actions. Within that experience, you will find what works and what doesn't. And when you find the patterns, you will see it. If you are unkind to people, they will repeatedly walk away from you after a while, because your words are unkind, but your energetic imprint is really unkind, where people say, no more pearls before the swine. I have given you my hard-earned cash or energy or love or attention or affection or whatever it is, but you don't reciprocate, and you also don't even appreciate. So there comes a point where I say, you get to wallow in your own mud pit, in your own sorrow, in your own emotions, because you are not interested in healing it. You still demand that others show up in a way that is unhealthy for them and honestly unhealthy for you. And if when everything comes together, you will see it, and then it will make sense. It will make so much sense why these particular consequences kept arising, because they were messages from the universe for you to change your path. Why keep beating your head up against the same wall when it's not producing anything positive in what you're seeking? Maybe other than just a lesson of this is not your path. When we call you, it is for a reason. And when you reject us, it is also for a reason, and that is simply that you're not ready. But we will continue to call you, and your soul will continue to guide you and divine you to your next step in order for you to experience what you are best suited to learn in this particular moment. And the universe brings you the actors, the players, the partners that will help to magnify where your particular lesson is. And for those who are paying attention and are really changing your paths, our question to you is, how does it feel? We know that there are moments where it does not feel good, it does not feel well, but can you find the overall pattern or shift in the universe's direction as to where you are going, where your soul is pointing you towards? When you recognize that the shit storms are here to show you what it feels like when you're not in alignment, or to possibly grow some resiliency by forcing you through fear into courageous action, that's where your future lies. And finding it is not easy, but the month of August, what is that? It is an 8, not a 7. It is the infinity symbol. It will flow much better because there are no sharp edges nor endpoints. It will literally flow. So when you think of the numbers of the month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, if you were to do a 28-day cycle, you would see how each number allows the experiences to flow in a particular way. It's a measurement, that's all it is, and a sign from the universe on what you can reasonably expect if you are in the flow this month. It should be easier, it should be more harmonious, it should be lovely, so long as you are going in the right direction. And if you're going in the other direction, it will still flow, but it may not feel as good as it would if you were going in the right direction. Right up, right up. That's what you want to start. Right up. Find the flow, find the flow, find the flow within yourself, within your process, and within your love language. And so it is. Namaste.